Stupid, bro.
So y'all want to get on the Kanye or the Joe Budden topic?
Let's go on the Yay, man.
Yeah, man.
Yay.
Ye went on a whole ego trip and then turned back around and was like, yeah, because it's y'all niggas' egos that get y'all niggas in trouble.
Can we please talk about how he did Big Sean, John Legend, and all
Okay, so
them?
I didn't get a chance to see that, but I have heard about it.
Do we
What
have
was
do we have the
said?
clip?
Yeah, do
Listen,
we have a clip?
Can we play the clip from Drink Champs?
The reason why I'm not gonna play the clip from Drink Champs is because I think there is certain YouTube strikes and guidelines.
Okay.
And to be chopping that up the whole time,
Right.
you don't.
Yeah.
I got
Avoid that.
Yeah, and for the viewers' experience,
Wait, y'all go check that out.
Yeah, y'all. But we can still talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
like one of the parts that was crazy is when he was pretty much telling Talib Kweli to go read yourself to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to like fucking hear you, because he pretty much was saying like Talib Kweli, you know, Common. Well, not even really Common. Well, he did get at Common a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. But not as bad. He got it like Big Sean and John Legend about how they're getting used as tools of like political parties to not only speak out against him, but just to do whatever those parties say for certain benefits. And it's like these people, like a Big Sean, like I signed a John Legend, like I've changed these bozos' life. And when I'm running for president, you got these guys speaking against me. Like, how dare you? My favorite part was like for him to go at Big Sean was vindication for me, because I never liked Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? Big Sean has always been like the lamest dude in the camp.
He referred
like,
to them as coons, and what else he said? He definitely called them coons. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. He called. Not only did he call them coons, man. like I said, not only did he call them coons and shit, he said Big Sean was the worst thing he ever did.
Yeah.
He talked about John Legend. I really do think he was a coon. Pretty much, Kanye West slammed Big Sean in an interview. Said, when I die, on my tombstone is gonna say I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean, as he told in the latest episode of Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? And at first, Nori misunderstood the comment, and he was like, and when Kanye elaborated on the statement, he said it came down to Big Sean's lack of support during Kanye's presidential bid. Kanye said, I know this man's mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? I changed this man's family, he said. And both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at they boy, and that actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. I don't rock with neither of them, and I need my apologies.
I mean...
And Kanye later made fun of Big Sean's 2011 single "Ass." I said, "Man, don't make your first song be called Ass." He said, "I always want to make a song that if I'm going through the airport and people sing my song, it's like my theme music. When you go through the airport and everybody screams out ass, 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 ass," he's like interrupt himself with his own laughter. You know what I'm saying? That shit was funny as fuck. And he was pretty much saying, he was like, let me read. Yeah. Pretty much, he was just saying that Big Sean was ungrateful and pretty much like he didn't have to fucking do that for either of these niggas. And also getting on Talib Kweli thing just surrounding about. He pretty much said, "Hey man, just read yourself to death, bro. Like, you think you're like this highly intellectual nigga. You read all these books. You be trying to check niggas on Twitter. Like, bro, you really ain't that guy. Like, nobody wants to rap like Talib Kweli, bro. Like, I never heard a nigga say like they want to be the next Talib, bro. Like, no, bro. Like, you're not that guy. Like, you're cool, but like all that smart shit, like nobody want to hear that shit, bro. Kind of like I don't read that good or write that good, but guess what, nigga? Like, I'm Ye. Like, all that book got you where."
Yeah,
so
he definitely said that shit. That shit was crazy.
What do you think about those comments? We're still breaking this down, but what are you guys' thoughts on
How you
the Big
feeling,
Sean
Carl?
and the?
How do you feel about the rant?
I love it. Like, it's who we are. And then what really got me, what was like funny to me, because like I said, I only got a chance to see an hour of it, unfortunately. So when he was talking about verses, Kanye is one of the few niggas that could do a verses by himself. Like, these niggas was talking about him doing a verses just with his albums. Like, that to me just lets you know, like, lets everybody know, this nigga is not a game. Like, he really is that nigga, and he can do what he did, like, and say what he say, because it's true. Like, you can't even knock him, because that shit he be talking is real shit. Like, that's just that simple. So I enjoy what I did get to see. I think that nigga crazy, but it is what it is. Like, nobody's gonna stop him.
The best thing I love about Kanye rants are just you always get to break them down and just dissect them, right? The best part to me was when he said Soulja Boy album was trash or his verse was trash.
No, he said the verse was trash.
That was the best part to me.
He's like, did you hear that shit?
Did you hear that shit?
That shit was hilarious.
And then he proceeded to laugh, and that just, and then you see Soulja Boy the next day with the rant. He snapped on that nigga. Kanye is a genius with all this shit, bro. Yeah. There's no touching Ye. Ye's up on a pedestal with the greats.
The only thing I didn't like was the Just Blaze comment, because if we're making an album which was a blueprint and the concept is like soulful beats, then that's the type of beats all the producers are going to be required to make. So I can't sit here and say that Just Blaze stole from Kanye, on top of the fact both of their productions is totally different. Yeah, they may use soulful samples, but Just Blaze has a different drum pattern than Kanye. Yeah. So I can't even sit here and co-sign what Kanye said about that. I like when he told Steve Rifkin to mind his business about him giving Dame Dash whatever money or whatever Dame Dash needed. That's one thing I did like about the Ye interview, because even Biggs came in there and he gave Jay-Z his props. He was like, I'm not going to go against Jay-Z in the verses because that's the boss. That's the boss. But then again, he put Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian,
all in the group
Travis Scott, goddamn Virgil, and goddamn Drake in the group said,
"Goat shit, boy." That shit
was funny. He said, I was talking to Lauren, and I told Lauren I'm the leader, and she said, "You a leader? You're not the leader."
Bro, he told all the niggas in text messages, "I got more money than all of y'all
combined."
That's what you gotta do. That's how you gotta talk. Like
that's how you gotta talk.
He talking greasy.
I be talking
real greasy, nigga. Like
he mean every single
all
word.
You niggas.
Nigga, Kim, Ye, Jay.
The goat.
Yeah, more money than all y'all.
And he also kind of broke down like the tactics that Drake was using, like to kind of like antagonize him, and it made me have a little bit more respect for the quote unquote, you know, like rapper beef thing and how it all works, because it gets you, you know, it's like what he said, you know, I bit his ear, like I just did what I did, like, and it is what it is, because this nigga was poking, and then, you know, like nobody don't see it because it's not all out in the open like how everybody, you know, thinks it is. So I really thought that was cool, and it really does kind of like expand on everything that goes on in the dark when it comes to these beefs. So that was really cool for me. I like that.
G, let me ask you a question. How did you feel how he broke down the war when it comes to this rap shit with Drake?
In terms
of Drake texting everybody in this camp to try to get to him,
literally
living down the street,
like blocks from
on the block, like that's some real chess shit. How Drake really approached this whole rap beef.
I feel like the same thing like Kanye, bro. Like, you doing all this, nigga, and I'm gonna put you in a group text with everybody and let all y'all know I'm richer than all you niggas. Like, look what you doing and look what I'm telling. Look what I'm telling.
Look at my response.
Look at the truth. Like, you know, I feel like that's some sucker shit, bro. And that's why I don't have a problem with how Kanye won. You know how Kanye won that beef? By getting Pusha T to drop Story of Adidon. That's what killed Drake, bro. That's what did it. Kanye beat him. He just did it through Pusha T. And Pusha T a rider like that. Pusha T the shooter. Pusha T the shooter. Pusha T the shooter. So Kanye was like, look, I got this information. We're going to drop Infrared first. We're going to put it last on the album because, see, I'm going to produce this shit. So we're going to put this last on the album. That's going to be the warning shot. And when Drake come in, because he already had Drake in the studio during Scorpion. So he was already picking information from him. So he was like, so once we do that, we're going to drop this, you know, this Infrared track. And then we're going to bait Drake. And that's when Drake dropped the, what was that song called? It's like Duppy Freestyle?
Duppy Boy.
And then him and Kanye was like, all right.
It was up.
It was up. Story at it. And that drop, I think that track was already done before Infrared even came out.
Yeah,
that's why Drake did that.
Cause when that Story added on drop, bro, it was nothing that Drake could do. I don't want to hear nothing about no goddamn track you ain't drop.
I was about to say, but like Jay Prince said he had something in the clip.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Jay Prince, come on, man.
You
talk about the mob.
What you mean
talk about the mob?
But you right. You
don't do that.
You right though. But my thing is, if you got it in a clip, you might as well let that shit out. Like, what are you holding it for?
And Randy, just like what you saying is main reason why Jay Prince was out here lying to niggas, because he knew it was niggas like you out here go, you know Jay Prince said it. You know Jay Prince said it.
It's not that. It's just like when you've lived in Houston, right, and you see how these niggas move. These niggas move like the mob. It's like it's not no cap in their rap. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I feel like Drake probably had some shit.
I feel like he had it. So if he would have had it, they would. If they was moving like the mob, they would have let it go.
Hey man,
I don't want to hear about
niggas gonna ruin families.
Then ruin families because y'all talking about street like Kanye said, it's professional rap. So it's professional rap. Y'all should let it ride out. And y'all ain't
at that point. I feel like Drake should have let the clip go just because he did the story of Adonis. You gotta let the clip go, bro.
You ain't have nothing to see. You ain't know who to talk.
You talking about you put my business out there like
I'm
that?
letting the clip go.
Listen, you got to.
I think that Pusha T track hit so hard, Drake ain't know who to respond to. He ain't know who in his camp leaked the information. He ain't know who at Adidas leaked the information.
Niggas is rats too, man.
He ain't know whose girl leaked the information. He don't know Kanye did it. He don't know if this was Pusha. It was so many people Drake was probably looking at. Was like, bro, I ain't even got enough time to zero even to get in the studio right now. So, just speaking on that, and then honestly, like I said, one of the main things when Kanye was talking about like how Robin Hood was one of the best things that happened to like just the community, just the have-nots. When he was telling people to like buy stocks, you know what I'm saying, like get into the stock market, bro, like buy some property. Like that's one thing that got lost in the interview and gets lost in a lot of Kanye interviews. Is when Kanye is literally telling people like, hey man, why don't we do this? Why don't we get these tools? Like, I got my own school going on. You know what I'm saying, and how school teaches you and how they program him. How he's talking about his son and how like his son was getting frustrated that his answers weren't adding up at school. He was like, no, this is preparing you for what life is gonna be. When everything adds up and then you still get the wrong answer, but it's not fair, but it's conditioning you. He's like, that's why I take my kid out of that school and get in my own school. But when he's breaking down things on a philosophical level, the media is never going to grab that and place that as a forefront of the conversation. They're always going to take the salacious article and lose the gems within what Kanye is saying. Everybody think Kanye's on a crazy rant, and no, he didn't. He was just talking. Yep. And whenever you're that rich and that big, bro, like when he was talking about Balenciaga and how he didn't have to pay for anything being anywhere, it's like, bro, this is a different individual, bro. You can't think of him and expect him to think like the rest of us.
But I think and even with that, what you were talking about him, the Balenciaga thing, that I think that is a goal for real for a lot of people to just be able to go and have the love and the ability to be around people anywhere you go and they take care of you. Like, that's beautiful. I think that's something that a lot of people, they probably don't even realize they have that and the joy of that. So really, like we were saying, there's a lot of gems in that interview. And just to pay attention to everything that he's saying, I know like he might go on a little rant here and there, but like you got to really dissect what he's saying. What's the next topic?
Yeah,